Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest filled with beautiful flowers and trees, there lived 3 bears. There was Papa Bear, a very large bear, Mama Bear, a medium-sized bear, and then there was cute little Baby Bear. Mama Bear cooked on most days, but Papa Bear loved to cook Saturday breakfast. Today was Saturday, and Papa Bear was putting steaming bowls of hot cereal on the table. Mama Bear came into the dining room and looked at the steaming bowls of cereal. She knew the cereal was too hot to eat, but she didn't want to hurt Papa Bear's feelings. So she said, "Why don't we take a walk before breakfast?"
"Good idea," said Papa Bear. "We'll take a walk, and my cereal will taste even better when we get back."
"Yes!" shouted Baby Bear. "Let's go!" And the 3 bears marched out the door and into the forest, leaving the door open. At the same time, at the edge of the same forest, there lived a little girl whose hair was as bright as golden coins, so bright that her mother called her Goldilocks. Every Saturday, her mother would spend a long time brushing Goldilocks' hair. Then Goldilocks would put on her prettiest dress, and they would go to breakfast together. "We'll go out to breakfast soon," said Goldilocks' mother as she brushed her little girl's bright golden hair. When she had finished brushing Goldilocks' hair, Goldilocks' mother walked into her bedroom to get ready to go out, leaving the little girl by herself. Goldilocks knew that her mother would take a long time to get dressed, so she tried to think of something to do to pass the time. "I know," she decided. "I'll pick some flowers for Mommy, and she can wear them in her hair." She called toward the bedroom door, "Mommy, I'll be right back." Goldilocks didn't wait for an answer, but skipped out the front door and right to the edge of the forest. But then she hesitated. She remembered her mother telling her never to go into the forest alone, but Goldilocks really wanted to surprise her mother with the flowers. She thought to herself, "I'll just go a little way into the forest, pick some flowers, and come right back out." As Goldilocks entered the forest, she noticed a little house nestled among the most beautiful yellow flowers she had ever seen. "Those flowers are yellow like my hair," she thought. "Mommy will love them." Goldilocks walked up to the house and stopped. She could smell something delicious coming from inside, and she was hungry. But she remembered her mother telling her not to take something that belonged to someone else without asking. Even so, Goldilocks slowly moved toward the front door. She noticed the door was open. She stuck her head inside. "Hello?" Goldilocks called. No one answered. She stepped into the house and up to the dining room table. Goldilocks saw 3 bowls of cereal. "Oh, this is the sweetest smelling cereal," she said. She called out again, "Hello? Is anyone home?" Again, no one answered. "I'll just take a taste," she said to herself, even though she knew her mother would not approve. She went up to the very large bowl. She grabbed the spoon and tasted it. "Ow! This cereal is way too hot," Goldilocks squeaked. She dropped the spoon into the bowl with a splatter. Then she went up to the medium-sized bowl. She took a taste. "Yuck! This cereal is too cold." She dropped the spoon into the bowl with a splash. Then she approached the smallest bowl. She picked up the spoon and tasted the cereal. This cereal is just right." And Goldilocks ate every last spoonful of cereal from the smallest bowl. "That was so good, and I'm so full," Goldilocks said to herself. "I'll just sit for a moment and rest before going home." So Goldilocks went into the living room, where she found 3 chairs. She went to the very large chair. She tried to get up into it, but she was too small. "This chair is way too big," she said. She moved to the medium-sized chair, but she was still not tall enough to climb into it. "This chair is too big too," she whined. Then she moved to the smallest chair. "Yes, this chair looks just right." But just as she sat down on the chair, crack! Bang! The chair broke! By now, Goldilocks was very tired. "I'll just lie down for a moment before I go back home," she told herself. "I wonder where the bedrooms are." Goldilocks walked up the stairs, where she found 3 beds. First, she climbed into the large bed. "This bed is way too hard," she complained. "Ouch! It hurts my back." She jumped out and climbed into the medium-sized bed. "This bed is way too soft," she said. She climbed out, then crawled into the littlest bed. "Oh, this bed is so comfortable. It is just right." Goldilocks fell fast asleep. At just that moment, the 3 bears came home from their walk. They went straight to the table and sat down. Papa Bear said,
"I'm mighty hungry after that long walk."
He looked down at his bowl.
How strange. My spoon has been used. I think someone has been eating my cereal."
Mama Bear looked at her bowl. "Oh, look! My spoon has been used too. There is cereal all over my pretty tablecloth." Then Baby Bear looked at his bowl and began to cry. "Someone has been eating my cereal, and it's all gone, and I'm hungry." Papa Bear got up and stomped into the living room with his hungry tummy grumbling. He sat in his chair and growled.
"What will we do?"
Then he smelled something strange. He sniffed suspiciously.
"Someone has been sitting in my chair," he said.
Mama Bear moved a little closer, looked at her chair, and sniffed. "Someone has been sitting in my chair too." Baby Bear hurried over to his chair and started to cry. "Look, Mama, Papa, someone sat in my chair and it's all broken."
"That does it," said Papa Bear. "Someone is in this house."
Papa Bear started up the steps, but Mama Bear tried to stop him. "Wait, Papa Bear. If there's a stranger in the house, we must be careful."
"I'm not afraid of strangers,"
growled Papa Bear.
"I'm an angry bear, and that stranger should be afraid of me."
Papa Bear quickly marched up the steps and into the bedroom. Mama Bear and Baby Bear followed. Papa Bear looked at his bed.
"Someone has been in my bed. Just look at those covers."
Mama Bear looked at her bed. "Someone has been in my bed too. See, my blanket is on the floor." Before they could say another word, Baby Bear shouted, "Look, Mama, Papa, someone is in my bed right now!" Just then, Goldilocks woke up and saw the 3 bears standing over her. She had never seen a real live bear before. And the 3 bears, well, they had never seen a real live little girl. For a long moment, they just looked at each other. But then, before anyone could say anything, Goldilocks jumped out of bed, rushed down the stairs, and ran out of the house. All the way through the forest to her own front door. "Oh, Mother," Goldilocks cried out. "I promise I'll listen to you from now on." "Where have you been?" asked her mother. "Let's go out to eat, and you can tell me all about it." "If you don't mind," said Goldilocks, "I'd rather sit in my own chair and eat my own cereal and then take a long nap in my own bed." And that is exactly what Goldilocks did. The end.